Hello guys, welcome back to the Football Network, and we are kicking off our first game of the season in the Premier League against Stoke at the Britannia Stadium. So this is a big moment for us. We've been waiting for this moment since the beginning of the save, really. We started this in the hope of getting to the Premier League, and we've got there so quickly, and now we're ready to play our first game against Stoke City. It's happened just like that, and there is plenty of change with this team. People have gone and people have come in, as you would imagine. We had a lot of money to spend. We had around £20 million to spend this summer. There's still a little bit of money left, but we have brought in new players. But hopefully they're not going to change the dynamic of the team too much. But let's first of all take a look at pre-season. Now, we had 3 wins and 3 losses. Obviously, we had offers to play some very high calibre teams here. We can see we played Hertha Berlin away. 2-0 defeat, unfortunately, in that game. Trying out our new players there in that match, to be honest. And then we had a home game which was televised against AC Milan. We only lost 2-0 really to them, and that was, well, they pummeled the goal quite a bit, but we managed to withstand that, and we had a couple of shots of our own. But 2-0 defeat against AC Milan. Then we had a defeat again against our Premier League rivals, I guess, Watford. We took the lead in that game, then they instantly replied. And yeah, that was how that went. Then we played Cagliari away, which was a good 2-1 win. Then we played 2 kind of local teams, Oxford City and the club that I actually play for, Northley. We won 3-0 there. But I feel as if we're prepared for the season now. I've tried out a couple of new things, but we haven't changed too much from what we've learned over the years to get to where we are today. So obviously we play Stoke. The next episode we'll come back for will be Manchester United, and then it will be Hull. And then I think, well, we'll get to that bridge when we come to it. But that's who we're going to play. I think the recording for the next few episodes, anyway. But let's get on to the exciting bit and the transfers that have been made. So as you can see here we go. There's the transfers coming in and going out as well. Let's go for the outgoings first. So obviously we had some free players leaving the club, like Jake Wright, Dalla Valle, Baptiste Ricketts, James Roberts leaving, Crocombe, players like that going. They weren't probably going to get any game time at all for me, so let's just get rid of them. They're not up to the standard of the Premier League, and a couple of players leaving on loan as well. But Eastgrove left. He had a very poor season for us last year, didn't really do much at all, so I managed to get 500 grand profit on him. Likewise with Forster Caskey as well, didn't really fit the bill for us. So he went to Preston for 250k, and Scars, of course, went to Leyton Orient with Wright leaving on a free. But yeah, those guys needed to go really. And now if we look at the incomings, incomings, I don't know, the players coming in, we have first of all Moussa Konate from Schalke. We've got this guy. I think he's our record signing of £4.2 million. We've brought him in up front. I thought we might as well get a bit of a kind of younger player to go with Graben. I mean, Graben's a quality striker. He scored tons of goals for us last season. But I decided to go and have a look at Moussa Konate. He was listed, and you can see for Schalke, he played 22 times in the league, scored 7 goals. You can see here, finishing 15, composure 15, really good stats actually for the advanced forward, which is exactly what we like to play in our system. So we've got Moussa Konate involved into the club. Hopefully he can, deliver for us on the stage. He has been injured for a bit of pre-season, so I don't think he's going to start today, but he's certainly in the squad. Then we have, let's just sort this out here. So recently we signed Brendan Galloway from Everton for 3.2 million. Brendan Galloway again, really pleased to get him in, a young player who can play left back as well. He's very competent playing left back and centre back. I'm going to mainly deploy him as a centre back. You can see here some nice stats that can actually be improved as he is a youngster, well, relatively young anyway. So hopefully Galloway is going to be a bit of an improvement in the defence. I think defensively that could be our weakest area. I'm hoping to build a defence that's, well, I think to stay in the Premier League, you need to kind of have a solid defence, and then you build on it from there, basically. But we shall see how that goes. The defence probably concerns me the most, but we shall see how it plays out over the season. But we got Brendan Galloway in, and then we have, let's go by value, we have Ravel Morrison and David Fernandez. Ravel Morrison, the kind of Well, the bit of a bad boy, I guess, Ravel Morrison, but I've decided to give him another chance here at Oxford United. We signed him for £2 million from Lazio. Obviously, he started off at Manchester United as one of the big prospects. Unfortunately, his kind of attitude let him down there, but I'm hoping to give him another chance here. You can see 20 flair. What a fantastic player this guy could possibly be. Technically very, very, very good. And we've got him in. However, there's a couple of concerns with Morrison and David Fernandez. The issue with them being is that they have clauses, release clauses. Now, I think most of my signings and a couple of players I've got now have got relegation release clauses, but I don't think we're going to get relegated this year, hopefully not anyway. But it's just minimum fee clauses, and their agents locked that. So I took a gamble, and when it gets to the time when I can speak to them again about a new contract, then I think I will, because I don't really want to lose Morrison or David Fernandez, as you'll see in a second. But Ravel Morrison comes into the team as an attacking midfielder. Then, as I said earlier, as I just mentioned, we have David Fernandez, or regen we got from Benfica. Now, this guy could actually be quite impressive. You can see he plays out on this right wing. That's where he's going to be deployed this season. Still very young, bags of potential with this guy. Hopefully he can fulfill it. When I was looking at the clubs interested, wow, we were up for some competition, and we done well to beat them off really and fend them off. So we had, I think PSG are interested, AC Milan, Valencia, a couple of more English clubs as well, but we managed to go in there first, get the deal done, and we have David Fernandez at the club, which I'm very pleased to have. I am going to get a regen pack for faces and stuff soon, because I just hate the ones at the moment. But then we signed a couple more players here. Julian Green from Bayern Munich. We got this guy. I'm pretty impressed with Julian Green. He's again fairly young at 23 years old. Good for Premier League sides. You know, not a bad player at all. He's going to give O'Dowda probably a bit better competition compared to Eastgrove did. And of course he's better than Eastgrove. So Julian Green's in the team for £1.4 million. Then we signed Angelino, who was with us last season. We signed him for £575,000. You know about that. And then we signed a German midfield maestro, Cruz, not Tony Cruz, his brother Felix Cruz, from Werder Bremen for £1 million. One of the higher earners at the club, but you can see here, very, very decent player technically, and fits that deep line playmaker that we use a lot. So we've got him in. Hopefully he's just going to pull the strings in there, just likes to kind of just control the tempo, which will be important in the Premier League. And then we have a goalkeeper, Adrian Ortola, who will face his former club today. He's a goalkeeper. We signed Slocum. He's going to be the backup goalie this year, but of course we know that he's got a lot of quality, and hopefully Slocum can give Ortola a good run for his money. But we've got Ortola in, and hopefully he can do well for us. And of course we brought in one more player on loan, Nihat Pala. Now this guy is a attacking midfielder. I actually wanted to try and sign him. This guy, again, loads of people were interested for him. I think we had Chelsea, Man City, Man United, PSG, all of the big clubs, Madrid I think were interested as well in signing the guy. I had tried to sign him, but they were wanting, kind of 15-20 million. Obviously we couldn't afford that at the time, but we decided to get him in on loan and try him out for the season, see what he's like, and we might be able to get him on a cut price, you never know. Similar to as we've done with Angelino. So sorry this has been a little bit longer. We've had a lot to get through there. And one more thing to report on is our assistant manager. Now obviously you remember last time Derek Fazakirli retired from us, and we signed quite a famous assistant manager in Paul Clement. Now this guy has kind of been Mourinho's right hand man, as it were. He's been at Chelsea for a lot of the time. He's been the assistant manager at Chelsea and stuff, and a coach there. Also at Real Madrid as well with Mourinho, he was there and was the manager of Derby for a bit as well. But we managed to get him here as an assistant manager, and he's very, very good, as you can see. So Paul Clement is in at the club, and as you can see, our staffing is actually pretty good for the Premier League. So I'm not too concerned on that front. Scouts and physios, yes, it seems to look at, and of course our under-21 team isn't going to be up to the standard really of the Premier League, but we are making a couple of improvements to the training facilities, and hopefully we could do the same with the youth facilities. But as you can see, profit and money is projected to go high. We've got apparently 60 million at the end of this year, hundreds, and getting into the hundreds of millions. So Oxford are hopefully going to do well if we keep in the Premier League. But it all starts today with the game against Stoke City. So finally we can get on into the match, and this is what we're going to do. This is who we're going to be playing. As you can see, the squad is a little bit thinner since last time we met, obviously in the Championship. But in goal we have Ortola. Right back Lenihan keeps his place in the team. Calve has been here from the beginning. He stays in the team. Galloway and Angelino, of course, was us last season. Then we have Tony Cruz. I'm going to say that a lot this series, I know now. Felix Cruz, sorry, in that deep line playmaker position. And then we're playing John Lundstram as a box-to-box midfielder today because we're going for the counter-attacking formation. I thought we'd play a little bit safer today as it's our first game. But John Lundstram's in. This guy, of course, you know about League Two, joining us all the way through, and he's still in the Premier League, and he's our captain as well. So then we have Roof, of course, on his right hand side, as you know, Kemar Roof, one of our best players really at the club. Ravel Morrison just behind Lewis Graben, and Julian Green out on his left hand side. Then we have Slocum, Ben Nugent, Lee Evans, Callum O'Dowda, David Fernandez, Nihat Parla. As you can see here, Man City are interested in at the moment for a transfer, and Moussa Konate makes up the bench as well, but we'll be looking to bring him on as well today. But as you can see, the bench has got a little bit stronger, but there are still some familiar faces there, and hopefully we can do this today. Hopefully we can get a win. I mean, I'm not sure what to make of it this season at all, or what to do. This is going to be crazy, but let's hopefully get a win today. Let's just calmly say, come on lads, show me what you can do, because this is really unknown. This is the most unknown I've gone into a season ever. I mean, I've had an idea in the Football League of what it's going to be like, but this season, Premier League, different ballpark, isn't it? The quality is just a massive step up in players and you know, overall quality. I mean, they've got Hakan Çalhanoğlu out on the left-hand side. That's what we're facing today, guys. Hakan Çalhanoğlu. But hopefully Hakan can be quiet today and Oxford United can win the game. But the first highlight looks like Stoke are on the ball here. Ekdal plays it up to Immobile up top. Ekdal now, Çalhanoğlu plays Arnautovic, who has a shot at goal. Ortola holds it. Of course, Ortola playing against his former club. I think he made a couple of appearances for Stoke, but here's Morrison delivering the ball. It's headed away from Shawcross. Ravel Morrison picks it up again. Morrison in the box, tackled by Arnautovic, and Vaz gets it away, but Galloway can retrieve, and here's Angelino. Lines it to Julian Green. Green back to Cruz, who plays a good ball out to Angelino, and he crosses it in. Gomez heads it away. Lundstram now finds Kemar Roof. Can he wriggle away from the defender? It's delivered from Roof. It's a good area, but Roof again, and Ospina saves. Good start from Oxford. You can see we're dominating possession, which I'm a little bit surprised about actually, considering we're at Stoke, and also we're getting the shots away there, as you can see. But promising start. But I think a draw will be a good result today away from home. We've just got to try and avoid defeat as much as we can this season. Felix Cruz, I think, could be integral to us this year. As you can see, lots of very good stats there. Passing will be a key part of his game, I imagine, with his brother excelling in that department especially. Well, you can see here quite a defensive formation, but they're trying to look to pivot these midfielders and get forward as a unit. You can kind of tell when they retrieve the ball, they will pivot on those midfielders there. But here's Lundstram now for Oxford United. Ravel Morrison hits it forward up to Lewis Graben, our top goal scorer last season. Hope he can do it again in the Premier League, but that will remain to be seen really. And it's played out wide to, is that Manea there, and it's away. Oh no, it's not away. Immobile can get back, and Hakan Çalhanoğlu's on the ball, and it's a good block from Felix Cruz. I nearly said Tony Cruz again. Dear me, I'm gonna make that mistake a lot, I feel. And Ortola can grab that ball, and we can rebuild from the back. What's he going to do? Okay, we won't find out, because that's the end of the highlight. But approaching half time, Oxford United 0, Stoke City 0. Seems weird saying these names with Oxford United, but hopefully this could happen in real life one day. I'd love that. There's Lundstram, Graben now. Can he play the ball out wide? He finds Lenihan, but Arnautovic gets back on him there, and he hits it forward up to Immobile, who nods it down to Ekdal. Hakan Çalhanoğlu for Stoke City finds Immobile. Calve with the tackle. Arnautovic, Vaz, Galloway gets in there. Arnautovic still on it, plays it back to Vaz, and it's 1-0 to Stoke City. And the regen there, Pedro Vaz, getting the goal that sees Stoke take the lead in this game. A little bit unfortunate, poor marking I'd say from Oxford. Managed to let him go free really, you can see he got tackled there and the ball just got simply played back and hit away into the top of the net. Unfortunate for us, but that's the way it's going to go this season in the Premier League. Can we just get in at half time at 0-0? That would be helpful. At 1-0, sorry. Maybe grab a goal back, but it doesn't look like it is. Ekdal, Vaz, Arnautovic. Plays Manir out on this right hand side. Delivers it into Immobile. It's away. Morrison hits it forward. Grabban brings it down well. And he looks inside, but that's the end of the highlight there. And possibly one more before half time. Vaz will chase this ball down. And he plays Ekdal out to Hakan Çalhanoğlu. Can we close him down? He doesn't. It's wriggled through to Arnautovic. And it's a good block again from the Oxford defence. They're getting into this game a little bit more now, Stoke. And we may have to make a couple changes at half time, possibly tactically, to kind of nullify that. Here's Arnautovic again, and it's cleared away from Angelino that time. It's okay, boys. I'm gonna be calm. I'm gonna be calm. Let's take a look at how we can play this. Come out on top of a win today. Okay, that didn't really go down too well. But let's just passionately say there's a lot more to come from you. And I'm going to make a couple changes tactically here because I think it would actually benefit us if we play something a little bit like this here. So if we get Lundstram as a ball-winning midfielder, Cruz as the deep-line playmaker there, and let's kind of sit these DMs back and they can look to exploit Julian Green and Roof that are going to be up there hopefully. So let's go with that for now. Go with 2 DMs and see how that works for us in the second half. Maybe a little bit more suited to a counter-attack this time, but we shall see how it unfolds. If it works well, then we may look to use it going forward. But as you can see there, we're down in 19th place. We don't want to stay there, of course, throughout this season, but Çalhanoğlu delivers, it's headed away, and now Grabban can get it. Can we counter-attack now? We need to get the numbers up there to help him, and it looks like we are doing that very well here. Here's Kemar Roof. Goes inside to Felix Cruz, Roof, Morrison. This is good play from Oxford. He hits it over the top to Lewis Grabban. Can you do something, Lewis? And he gives it away. And Çalhanoğlu can then make an attack. But that is... It looks like that highlight's over. And they're on the ball again here. Çalhanoğlu forward up to the attacker up there. Who's their striker? Immobile, isn't it? Yep. Trying to find Immobile. But here's Green. Lundstram now. Plays Julian Green. Back to Morrison, who tries to find Grabban, but Gomez steps out and gets the ball away. But Lenihan could come back forward for Oxford. Now Roof, and he tries to deliver a ball that was heading in a dangerous area because Grabban was there, but he managed to get it away again. And here's Morrison, hits it forward to Grabban. He's through here. Lewis Grabban. Oh, that was the chance. David Ospina making the save, but that was a real big chance for Oxford there, and I thought Grabban was going to put that away. That is a big shame actually. And here's Lenihan now out here. Lundstram into Calvé. It goes back to Lenihan. Lundstram. Grabban. Can we carve out another move? It's cleared away, and we're going to make a couple subs now. Ravel Morrison is on a yellow, so I'm going to bring on Nihat Parla for his debut here. And I'm also going to take off Lewis Grabban and bring on Musa Konate to go up front. Maybe we'll bring one more player on, possibly Callum O'Dowda or David Fernandez, but Angelino can take this corner now. It's delivered in. Players on the edge of the box. Green goes back to Lenihan. Can he play it out wide to Calvé? Yes, he does. And here's Cruz. Plays it into Kemar Roof. And now Nihat Parla is through here, and it's tackled just at the last from Manea. Great bit of play from Oxford, managing to carve open the defence there, and Nihat Parla couldn't quite get it shot away on time. But can we go again here? Angelino delivers, tries to find it to the back post. Not quite working out for him that time. And that is the end of the highlight there. Maybe one more sub to make. I'm going to take Julian Green off actually. I'm going to bring on Callum O'Dowda for his Premier League debut. And hopefully we can do something here. I'm going to switch up our mentality, I think, to possibly attack. Let's try that. Let's go fluid. Let's go slightly higher. Close down more, get stuck in, more direct. Pump ball into the box. Let's see if this will work for us. See if we can get a goal back, at least get a draw here, boys. If not, that will be slightly disappointing. But here's Angelino, Nihat Parla now. Delivers the ball into Kemar. He's there, surely. Oh my goodness. Shawcross gets the block in. Didn't take the shot quick enough there, Roof. And Angelino can deliver the corner. It doesn't look like anything's going to come of it though. Roof with a big chance for Oxford. Fortunately, he couldn't convert the opportunity. And Stoke looking to sit back a little bit here. Lundstram trying to play it forward, but it's a corner ball for Stoke. And it's delivered. Galloway gets it away. Van der Boomen now. Ekdal on this edge. And Ozalda gets the ball back. Can we counter-attack? Parla with a great ball up to Kanate. Come on, Musa Kanate. Oh, unlucky. Shawcross gets the tackle in there. And a corner will be delivered by Angelino. We're certainly pressuring there. And it's a penalty. Peder Vaz gives away the penalty. The goal scorer today. And now it's a chance for Felix Cruz. Surely a German doesn't miss a penalty. Surely not. Can he get us a point here? Come on, Cruz. For your first Oxford goal. Go on, son. Convert it. Yes, he does. Straight down the middle. Why would a German miss a penalty? He wouldn't miss a penalty, would he? There we go. Can we hold on for a point? And can we even get a 3? Cruz steps up. Very, very composed effort there. Straight down the middle. Takes a bit of confidence to do that. And he showed bags of it there. I mean, on paper here, statistically, we deserve something from this game, I'd say. But here's Kalanoglu. Oh, that long-range effort very nearly going in. We're gonna stick on attack. We might as well go for it here. It doesn't. Oh, O'Dowda's injured. That could be an issue. Potential shin injury. Oh God, this better not be a broken leg or anything. We'll move Roof out here. Put Parla there. We'll go defensive. Oh, this could be a bad injury, you know, guys. I hope it isn't. I really, really hope it isn't. Let's hope he's okay. But potential shin injury could be bad, you know. And O'Dowda, it looks like he's picked up a bad knock. Let's get this away. And hopefully that will be time. Unless we can get one last chance here from Roof. He plays it down the line to Kanate. And Kanate can run with it here. Plays it back to Lundstram. Can we get an opportunity here? Lundstram shot is saved from Ospina. And we managed to get another shot away, but that looks like that probably will be time here in this match. We've played 2 minutes over. Here's Ekdal into Arnautovic. Vaz out to Van Ryn. And it's surely get this away. And Lundstram scrambles it away from Alessandrini. And that looks like, oh come on, surely that's time. Yes it is. 1-1 draw. Not a bad effort actually from the boys today. 1-1 against Stoke. It's a hard place to come. I think we've done well. Good effort, boys. There you go. Let's hope this injury isn't too bad. Fingers crossed it isn't. But let's see. Okay, 3 to 4 months of a torn calf muscle. So not great at all. That's a while out with O'Dowda. So... ooh, what do we do? Do we dip into the transfer market? We'll have to find out next time. But not a bad start, I'd say, to our career in the Premier League. Our time in the Premier League, sorry. You can see us there in 7th position, just behind Manchester City. Not a bad start at all. Obviously, our next game is a massive one against Arsenal at home. It's going to be televised, that game, which is good. We're going to pull in a lot of money from TV, which will be good. But the next match will be against the team that I support, Manchester United, away at Old Trafford. So... hopefully we can grab some points in that game. And then, of course, next time it will obviously be Hull as well after that. But thank you very much for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the episode, please leave a like on the video. If you're new, subscribe for more. I think the baller of the episode has to go to our new boy, Felix Cruz. And get your comments in below on your predictions for the season ahead. I'll be interested to see what some of you guys think. Because I can't. Glenn Johnson. That's not the real Glenn Johnson. Yeah, get your comments in on your predictions for the season, because I do not know where we're going to come this year, so I'll be interested to see what some of you guys think, but I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.